Hearing things like you should have never left home in the first place. You should have stayed there. You had it good. You had everything that you wanted to have. You had your own room, your own this, your own that. But yeah, it came with it came with a price. My grandmother and my grandfather raised me. My dad lived across the street. My grandma said she used to see me banging on pots and stuff. That's when she decided that she wanted to get me to playing music, and so I started playing piano. I started actually showcasing that talent in church, I guess, so they heard and saw some things in me, and so eventually I played during practices for rehearsals, and I got my third Sunday youth choir. And at 12, I started getting my first little monetary lessons for playing the piano, which was pretty cool. It's always either been sing a song or a play. Never got to be a kid. It's just always been work. It was my total divine gift. Half the time I didn't know what I was doing. I would play with my eyes closed. And I moved with my mom's sister and her family. It was amazing at first, but life happens and things get rough. I had never seen domestic violence before. It did something to me. I couldn't take it, so I left. A lot started happening. I was on the street at this point. I've done a lot of things that weren't okay, things that I didn't want to do, some things forced. I came out the door just as bubbly as I am and got in the car. She's like, "Don't close the door." The minute I close the door, boom, he takes off. We ended up going into this neighborhood. He pulls into this area and this guy pulls out a gun. He says, "Then tell her what time it is." And he puts it to my head and he tells me, he said, "You're gonna give it up." I was like, "You might as well go ahead and pull the trigger." I didn't have nothing to lose at this point. I was already in a situation. I knew I didn't really know where to go. I didn't want to go back home because there was so much abuse. I got tired of the beatings there. I was getting sick. And I called my aunt and I said, "Auntie," I said, "I'm turning green." I went to the bathroom. I had my miscarriage. I told my mom I had got raped. I told her what happened. She didn't believe me. She mocked me. I didn't have a piano in front of me, put it that way. I didn't have a song to sing. I got the GED. I started working the job. I got my place. I started going to college. And it started to make sense for me. That's when I experienced my stroke. That's when everything stopped. I was confused all over again. Tried to figure out what in the world had happened to me. Here we go again, another hurdle. When I got my stroke, I realized who was really here for me. Didn't have anyone here. I realized I had to speak up for myself, even when my speech wasn't the best. That's where Mom Healing Hearts comes from. The beginning of this year, when God put that in my heart, that Mom Healing Hearts is your mission. That's your purpose. You are a mom that's gonna heal hearts. For the first time, people asked me about me. They wanted to know who Sherriel was. They wanted to find out what's my story. Now is an amazing time for me and the children. Even though it's painful, they're learning gratitude. Not only that, they're learning resilience, and they're also learning how to have compassion. For the first time, I have control over my life. I told my babies that life is definitely happening for us, and I'm not giving up. My babies are my world, and I'm their mom, and I'm here to do whatever it takes to make sure that they have a life, to make sure that they have purpose, that they are able to breathe and to live in abundance, no lack.